And welcome back, everyone. Here we are back on Total War Rome 2, and we have got ourselves a 3 versus 3. This is a battle that takes place on the settlement of Bertigala. You guys should be well familiar with this map by now. It's considered to be one of the more even maps out there. That's why you typically see it quite often. But yeah, so this is a 3v3 that actually is going to include some names that you might recognize from other battles, but was not sent in by any of those people. So how about that? So alright, now for the attackers, we've got Boei being commanded by Multiplayer, or as we lovingly know him in the Discord, Steve. We have got Seleucid being commanded by Celtic Slan. And finally, we have got Getae being commanded by Fight Me, or otherwise known as Willem. Now for the defenders, we've got ourselves a Swaby, as you have seen already. Swaby is being commanded by Velocity. Masacely here being commanded by DJ437. And finally, another Getae being commanded by France, the country. Specifically France, like France is playing this person, this faction. Why not, you know? But anyway, so this was sent in by France, the country. As you can see by the yellow around their banner, this is their perspective. Got Dacian heavy bows starting to shoot down over at the Getae. So Getae v Getae here. Shooting over maybe noble swords? What is he shooting at here? No, he's shooting at the mercenary axe warriors, it looks like. Right off the bat, Club Levy coming in and swarming this minor Hillman unit. It's only got 16 men left. You can see it took a lot of losses right here. I'm going to guess it's got to be archer fire or something. But as you saw, a Club Levy from Swaby coming up and just finishing that off real quick. Now, what is the difficult part about this map, right? That's always the question is, okay, I'm attacking this map. What's the toughest place? Or I'm defending this map. What's the toughest place to defend? Toughest place to defend is right here. Okay, so as they're landing their towers, right, you got towers coming in from both directions, got towers over here. So you can't really go forward and defend this outer area because of, oh shit, doesn't help if I go all the way over there, because of the fact that they could put their archers here and here and use those angles to get shots at either side of your defenses. So, makes it very difficult, and the problem with that is, I have mentioned this before, I don't know if you guys know, I am not a fan of allowing them room onto the walls. When you give them space, that allows them more room to continue moving troops into the settlement. If you are able to swarm them at the wall as they're coming off of their towers, you can basically stonewall them before they ever get a foothold onto the settlement. You can't really do that on this settlement. It just doesn't really work. I mean, depending on the situation, obviously there are certain situations where you can. Let's say they don't have any archers, maybe you have more archers or better archers. Obviously there's a lot of factors that go into that, but for the most part, it's something that just isn't really a feasible thing to do. So you can see right here, right off the bat, they are just trying to get units onto the walls, right? That's the biggest thing, is you get your foothold, get units, get a line settled, so that then you can bring up your more units to continue loading onto the walls. So that's why typically by this point you can see we already have units all the way up here ready to move on to the settlement. Swaby actually doing a pretty good job here being a nuisance outside of the gates. You can see they sent the attackers sent multiple things over here that were just annihilated by Swaby. So well done, Kleb Levy coming out there. 129 kills already. Beating up some Hillmen. So we do have a little bit of a Getae civil war going on. Noble swords from the attacking Getae already on the settlement. Kleb Levy going in again. This time against some thorax swords from Seleucid. But a really good Javi toss from the Mercenary Axe Warriors of Getae. Now coming from the other way, look at this. Their own counter. Nicely done. So, man, Swaby is just going in with a vengeance here. Swaby is a low armor faction. Not typically very good at standing in place, holding little choke points. They are very aggressive. They like space to run. And so Swaby is really taking advantage of all this space over here. Now the question will be, can they keep the archers at bay? So you got Seleucids, Syrian heavy archers, excuse me, and you've got the Dacian heavy bows of Getae over on the other side. You can see Boii. This is pretty standard procedure here as you have an attack going here. You have another player that slowly pushes this place here, especially if they can continue to gain ground. When you drop here, it is like a hammer. So this is a good play here. Aggressive on the corner, slow on the flank here. Now, the other hard part about holding this area, you guys want to guess what it is? You hear that? You see that? That is the other tough part about holding this area, other than just the archers, the artillery. Typically, you see at least 2 artilleries. If it's 4v4, you might even see 3 artilleries. You see them sitting out here, and they can just shell this area to death. It is ridiculous. So we'll see how many kills the artilleries end up with by the end of this. The problem is that typically the defenders like having reinforcements all around here, but all those reinforcements are really, really good targets for that artillery. Artillery! You know how it goes. Mercenary Axe Warriors. Getae already has a gen up as well. Got Noble Swords with a headhunt, 125 kills already. Taking on some Numidian light infantry. And another Noble Sword. So here is the Civil War. The Getae v Getae, Noble Sword versus Noble Sword. Can you tell who's who? Neither can I. There you go, you got some Swabian Bloodsworn. Really good unit. They utilized their 33 charge bonus. So good move there. He went for the flanking Javi toss, but he saw the Mercenary Axe Warrior coming, so he pulled out of that before he got stuck in combat. Nicely done. Second wind on the Noble Sword with a battle rhythm. Not sure where those arrows are flying at, but here we go. Boii is landing. Looks like leading off with Celtic Warriors going in. So it looks like we're going to have a battle of the lower tiers right now. You've got the Numidian Light Infantry going up against the Celtic Warriors, but some good support coming from the Dacian Heavy Bows of Getae. Once again, this little nook in the wall here really gives some really good archer positions. But I'll be honest with you, the attackers are doing a good job here of having a solid attack. They are getting their units onto the walls in a quick manner. And some heavy Numidian skirmishers got tied up here. Got Sword Master supporting them, but probably want to get those heavy Numidian skirmishers out of there. Get your men out of there! Noble Sword's about to break. 211 kills on him, 76 kills on the Mercenary Axe Warriors. Had continued a nuisance of the by the Swaby faction here. 122 kills on the Noble Riders, but they are pretty beat up. Now, I know that on the other side of the map, we do have armored Numidian riders and armored desert chariots waiting in the flanks here, getting ready to go in. Numidian light, Numidian light infantry. This is a Desert Legionary and a Numidian light infantry, swarming the Boii player. The Celtic warrior initial assault pretty much gone. You can see the Boii is no longer sending units into this. He has begun sending his units onto the corner to continue helping with this push here. Another Noble Sword coming up from the defenders. Now this Noble Sword's got 87 kills. This Noble Sword's got 27. Now you see what they're doing. They're keeping their line relatively straight here, trying to prevent as many angles for the archers as they possibly can. Basically saying, if you're going to shoot me, then shoot me in the face, which means that they won't take quite as many casualties. What is this, a club levy coming out of the gate? It's only got 49 men, but 168 kills. Noble Riders still being annoying, 195 kills now. Oh man, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it, Numidian Riders? Do they even notice it there? To be honest with you, once things started, responding to this, it may not be a bad idea to bring these in. You can see that the attackers have noticed that they're moving their archers to a more defensible position. Remember, guys, if you leave all your archers and stuff, all these weak units out here, there's so many ways to get to them. If you get up close to the walls, there's less places you have to defend from. They are getting attacked still, but they are a little bit more defensible in this position. Numidian Riders are probably not going to last much longer. 99 kills, 100. Man, they're doing all right, though. 68. That's a big blow to Seleucid. Doesn't look like he broke any, but he did do quite a bit of damage to them. Let's see, 91, 78, and 81. So what is that? Probably 100 men killed or so. Pretty stout defense here by the defenders. They probably want to get up here and swarm this Noble Sword before it fully gets off the wall. Although they do need to be careful, they've got the Celtic warrior here as well. Beautiful jabbing toss. Look at this Celtic warrior, 74 kills already. I see a lot of movement in the background now. Looks like we have got ourselves a mass pullback, which is very unfortunate because there's some healthy units here. I mean, I guess they've only... Yeah, they're beat up, so they're okay to stay there. For some reason, I thought they were a little healthier than that. Forward! Got some tribal slingers, some falksmen. Always love seeing the falksmen. It's actually a pretty solid unit if they can survive. It's a 48 charge bonus unit, guys. 38 melee attack, 39 weapon damage, but only 10 armor, so... It's not good if they get hit by arrows. Bloodsworn with 100 kills, down to 55 men. It's a Silver Shield swordsman that's basically going to push them out. Stop moving. Well, never mind then, I guess. Sorry for trying to get some screenshots. All right, so here comes the next phase. I might do a little bit of fast forward here as things are gonna kind of be a little bit of a, setup phase here. Oh, Bowie, I might be going straight into this. Sword Follower's already moving up the hill. Noble Swords up there, they turn around. There we go. Yeah, quite a bit of a setup phase. Sorry, guys. It's alright. In the end, like, you could see that the attackers are basically just getting all their troops in at this point. Looks like the defenders are looking for something like this. Ooh, the chariots might be coming in trying to catch something by itself. And he turned around. Might have blown that one. I think he wanted to try and catch these units while they were kind of like half on the tower. Because honestly, at that point, then they can't really respond. They can't turn around and jabby you. They can't go shield wall, things like that. So they're far more vulnerable to the chariots at that point. Is Aisley coming out here with a Desert Legionary? I think he's going to threaten the archers here that are all by themselves. But I'm not sure it'll be worth it given that Seleucid already has units here. There he goes. He's turning around. I was about to say, I was like, okay, I like the aggressive play, but please don't just throw units away. A little bit of a javvy toss there from the Silver Shield Swordsman. 100 kills on them with 125 men. They've got 2 chevrons on them, though. So I'm going to bet that they've been killing a lot of those noble swords. There we go. There were some good ones. All right, we got a use the whip, excuse me, by the Silver Shield. Getting some jabbies here, but a little bit of jabbies into the back of his own men. What you do here is make yourself a little bit of a column here so that your unit's facing right there, and they'll throw right where you need them to. You also got Dacian heavy bows, but he needs to be careful. Those Syrians are probably about to annihilate the. Oh no! Watch this Dacian heavy bow disappear. 30 armor isn't terrible. It's not great either, but... Oh, there they go. You can see Syrians have the 40. So he was trying to do that thing here, I'm pretty sure. He's got one unit engaged here. And a really nice position with his Dacian heavy bows over on the flank. Now, if the attackers wanted to, they could put archers right here, and those archers can respond. So far, nothing pushing over here, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do eventually. I think especially if it was a 4v4, they would be, but for a 3v3, they may want to... Maybe they're wanting to concentrate their full attack in this direction. You can see Seleucid hard pushing over here. Syrian archers moving over to the flank to get rid of this. That will allow the push to this direction. The Syrian archers should be able to handle that. Here you go, the Cimbri bowwomen just showing up. Syrians should respond with a volley. No response yet. 10, 7. Syrians lost the initiative, so they're falling back. Masacely pushing around and threatening them. You also have tribal slingers up here. They were shooting over at the Syrians, so... It looks like we have some Falx action here. They've already lost 70 men. Almost 70. Quite a bit of archer fire would be my guess. Looks like they were trying to kind of double team with the Desert Legionaries. Desert Legionnaire going in, switching out with another Legionary. But they are taking on Noble Swords. Just a better unit. Well, that was a sword to his face. I really hope the screenshot that I just took showed that, because that was pretty fantastic. They're continuing to cycle here. The Falx still going in. Got some Silver Shield swords at 224. Thorax at 100. Desert Legionaries now at 54. Poor guy. Oh man, you see that? Good lord. That Falx weapon is just pretty dirty. Now in the center, it's still the Noble Swords taking on the Desert Legionaries. Legionaries just holding on for dear life, I tell you what. I tell you what. I tell you what. Now Dacian heavy bows going in. I mean, they're out of ammo, I understand, but it's just kind of an interesting switch out there.
Warriors, move out!
Looks like Seleucid is giving up the flank. You can see many of his units pulling back from this position. Archers pulling to the left. Look at this. Oh my lord. Just look at this corner section. Just a ridiculous amount of bodies. Plenty of fighting happening outside the walls as well. I'm still interested to see what happens with the chariots, which they have not quite made it back, but they are headed back to the keep. They're going through the back there. It's the only way they have in, so... Noble Sword's 239, but a new one coming in. Well, not new, but a healthier one coming in. Looks like they both have about 2 chevrons on them. 1 and 2. Desert Legionaries with 1. They got 103 kills and 124 kills. The Syrians now shooting into the center. Looks like they're going to try and get rid of the Dacian heavy bows and all of this stuff happening over here. Still got some Falxmen from Getae. Noble Swords, a Desert Legionary over here. Maybe we're going to see a renewal of this attack. Now it looks to me like after this breaks, that they're not gonna put anything else up here. Looks like they're gonna defend here possibly.
Warriors, move out! Move it!
Nice thing about this area here is it takes away all those angles that they have on you. They can't really shoot you from here. They can kind of shoot you from here, but you have stuff to help stop that from happening. The Masacli General over here on the right, Armored Numidian Riders. Looks like they're just, you know, just like, hey, I'm here. I'm here to party. If you want to party with me, you know. Germanic Slingers kind of staying in the middle. They still have ammo, so maybe they're just trying to get a couple shots off before they run away.
Move back!
Yeah, well, I don't. They're actually sending in that other Desert Legionary in now, so they are continuing to put up a fight here.
Get running!
I will say there is a gap through the center there, even though you do still have a unit there. Noble Swords, this is a fresher one, 147 men still left in it. Maybe they're going to put up a fight because Swordmaster's now moving forward.
Move it! Warriors, move out!
Yeah, maybe. Looks like the Swordmaster's actually going to go in and continue defending this hill. I guess it's mostly due to the fact that the attackers at the moment have not shown any interest in pushing down this direction. So I guess keep them clogged up here if you want. Archer fire coming in, but to be honest with you, it's not a great angle. Swordmasters, I think, are actually going to do pretty well. It's a lot of archer fire coming in, man. Look at that. Celtic bows here. They've been getting some kills somewhere, but I don't think that's mostly here. This unit's only lost 14 men. There you go, Kimbri bowwomen getting over, once again getting good shots, but they got to be careful. Syrians responding. Sword follower holding and protecting the flank of the Syrians. Where'd the chariots go? Okay, the chariots came over by the beach. They're over by the harbor now. Swordmasters have now lost. Oh man, they are taking heavy losses. Looks like the two noble swords are starting to wear down on the Swordmaster. Now, if they decide to support it, it might survive a little bit longer. Okay, so there's the second wind. Oh wait, no, that was on noble swords. Swordmaster is fresh, okay. Alright, but here comes sword followers coming to help. Honestly, Bowie Eye, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sword followers, 1, 2 Oathsworn. Bowie Eye is looking mighty healthy. And barely any of their sword followers have even seen any sort of combat or anything. Ooh, but look at this. A little bit of a sneaky. Dacian heavy bows going around, and looks like they're going to try and get into the Germanic slingers. 149 kills on those slingers. But here comes Desert Legionnaires coming to help him out. Defenders still deciding to put up a stout, valiant defense. Okay, the chariots have moved forward a little bit. Just looking there, kind of in the background. Desert Legionaries now responding to the Noble Sword charge. Look at this tiny little Silver Shield Swordsman. 237 kills, only 18 men left. I wonder if the Germanic Slingers might have been out of ammo considering they haven't really tried to move them or anything. Depleted Swordmaster now coming back towards the combat. Must be going up to support the Desert Legionary. Then look at that, some Noble Swords still left from Getae. The Cimbri Bowmen had moved forward, but the Syrians look like they got their sights on them and caused them to run away. Oh, brave Sir Robin, he bravely ran away. I could get used to this. One of these is a longbow hunter. I was wondering why they sounded like men talking. Like, that doesn't really make sense. Cimbri Bowmen are women. There you go. Look at these angles. Got there, there, and then there. Sword followers now 55, 56 kills. Oh, look at that angle by the heavy Numidian skirmishers. Right into the backs of the sword followers. Sword follower going to break at 60-something kills. It's definitely not what you want out of one of those units. Then we got a precision shot. Looks like they want to take down these sword masters. Looks like archers for the defenders now moving back into their positions. They're trying to get away with some shots. It's like shooting at the Syrians. Yep. Getting a couple kills there.
Hold up the shield wall! Fire them! Loose!
They're at 75 kills, 90 kills, 98, and 99. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. All right.
Warriors, stop!
The Silver Shield Swordman had gone up, but he actually decided to pull away. Interesting thought. Balance power is pretty heavy. I mean, I don't know about pretty heavy, but it is in favor of the the attackers at the moment. But I think that's really mostly due to Bowie Eye and honestly probably archer ammo. Really good shots here from the heavy Numidian skirmishers. Excuse me. And that Swordmaster, which was not doing too hot earlier, has worked his way up to 215 kills. He's doing pretty good there. Ooh, some friendly fire. Ooh, the Silver Shield, or is this a different Silver Shield? No, this is the same one. So it did decide to come up. Got a Thorax down there with 143 kills and 2 chevrons on it.
Curse you!
Definitely means that he was getting some good worth out of that unit. killed some, higher priced, more, higher tiered units. Now, Bowie Eye Archer, one of the Celtic bows coming over, trying to get that angle shot here, which is not a terrible shot. 37 kills. Let's see what he gets here. 40.
Kill! All right. Hold on. Get running. Run, Crusher.
Right now, all we really have at this point is just this one kind of concerted attack here by the attackers, and a pretty, this defense here just really doesn't want to give in, does not want to give any more room here, which I can respect that. The question is where do you cut that off? Where do you say that I cannot spend any more resources on this place? I mean, to be honest with you, if the attackers are going to continue only attacking this one direction, this, I think, is their best place to defend. But if they decide to begin threatening here or threatening here, they could have some trouble. Side chariots are moving. Army Numidian Rider General charging into Seleucid. Seleucid not catching it. No response. 143 kills on this unit. Army Numidian's up to 39, but I think he had kills somewhere else, because I don't think he just got 40 kills on that. All right, so the armored chariots are now into the Seleucid units, and he's looking to come right up behind them. See, Javitas probably from Thorax. No Javitas, interesting. Oh man, this could be fantastic. Yes! Do it. Yes! Oh man. 145. Oh. Now, even if this unit breaks, as it runs away, it is still going to be getting kills. So unless it just dies, $169. To be honest, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be, but you know what? It was still a good play. I liked that. Was good. That's good. And honestly, because of that, I think that the defenders are even more confident in this defense here. Although you can see in the background here, the attackers are beginning to push the flank over there. I don't quite think that they're going to start pushing over on this side yet, but on the other side they are. But man, I can tell you what, this Bowie Eye is going to be a tough thing to deal with. Swordmaster General for Swaby getting some good jabbies into the flank of the sword followers.
Kill!
But then pulling back. I think he didn't want to risk the getting shot, something. Noble Sword doing a pretty good job. Desert Legionary is going to come to the flank and deal with this, and then probably turn to deal with that. They're going to have to send something over there, because this is a wide open lane. There you go. Sword Followers are going to get a charge into this Desert Legionary. They actually turned and countercharged the Swordmaster. Swordmaster at half strength with 223, 24. Noble Sword General of Getae now moving up. Armored Numidian Rider Jen for Masacely over here. I'm not sure if he's planning on going into this or if he's just trying to be a nuisance to them. And here comes the Oathsworn of Boii. Advancing into position. Bounce power I still put in the attacker's favor. Once again, I think that's mostly due to Boii and the archer ammo. Bounce power does take a lot of ammunition into account. So now we're going to have Noble Sword v Oathsworn. Oathsworn are a little bit better unit. But here we go. Note the Noble Sword General for Getae plugging the hole. Just trying to keep them stonewalled here. Now on the flank, Seleucid is actually pushing this way, so looks like he was actually planning on trying to push the harbor, but Masacely's general doing some charging. Little late on the shield wall there. You're walking, Masacely, better run. I wonder if these guys have ammo. They do still have ammo. So this could be really interesting, guys. These Syrian archers still have ammunition, and I think he's trying to go get an angle on that flank there. He's got to be careful, though. They do have units that they can use to kind of force him off. He's shooting the Falksman. They will disintegrate under our arrow fire. I think we're getting a pullback, guys. What do you think? Swaby actually has his ballista back here ready to support. Man, the attackers are so low. Or the defenders, excuse me, are so low. They do have a Berserker hiding up top. Falksmen look like they might be thinking about doing something here. Oh man, the Noble Sword Gen has just got wasted. It had to have been arrow fire. Swordmaster Gen, 79 kills. 143 on the Noble Sword. Oathsworn now at 158, but he's down to a little under half health. Dacian heavy bows holding back some thorax swords. But it looks like the Kimberly bows and... Are these both Kimberly bows? Yes. Holding them in place so the Kimberly bows can shoot right into them. Misacli's Gen seems to be pulling back. Berserkers have come off the hill. I think they are now giving up this spot here. Looks like they are beginning their fall back to the point. But remember, Bertigala, the point is here. Little tiny desert legionary just chilling over here. He's just like, oh man, where's everybody going? All right, so they're putting in a little bit of a defense here. Got all their archers, slingers, all that stuff set up. I think they're still shooting here at the Oathsworn, trying to get rid of them. Swordmaster Gen. I mean, they're just trying to double team these guys, really. Falxman shattered, though. No! Why? And now looks like the Swordmaster Gen gonna slide over here because the Berserkers have now gone in. All right, Frenzy, Headhunt. Now the question is, can they go Berserk? If you can get them to go Berserk, then it will do a lot better for you. You can't control them, but I find that Berserkers, when they really just don't perform very well if they never go out of control. Problem is that he is now exhausted from the Frenzy Headhunt combo. And really only 30 kills to show out of that. Oathsworn Gen now popping Battle Rhythm and Headhunt. It's probably going to make pretty quick work of this here. See, Oathsworn 127 kills. Berserkers have Battle Rhythm now. They're up to 46 only. Looks like Gete is also using his Gen for Battle Rhythm and such. Swordmaster Gen from Swaby charging in to... Looks like he's, once again, the Oathsworn is only like 20 men left. He can get rid of that. Then he's just engaged with this 92-man Swordmaster. He can take that, 122 kills on him. And now the Noble Sword Gen of Gete countering the Seleucid push. Now hopefully for the defenders, Swaby has ammunition. But look at this, a little bit of a flank here. Thorax Swords from Seleucid getting around. This Thorax Sword is not stopping. Tribal Slinger's just trying to get the hell out of Dodge. Ooh, here you go. Thorax Sword is moving along, so Tribal Slinger's turn around. Turn around! There you go. Oh, man, this is bad. Bounce power is dead even, guys. This battle has been in the attacker's favor for most of the time, and now it is dead even. Wow. Now, the problem I see is the defenders are very kind of strung out. They're a little all over the place. You know, you got the Noble Sword here. You got a Sword Master here that's now getting kind of double teamed. Triple teamed, I guess. Then you got a couple range units over here, a small cav here. They're just kind of all over the place. Now, if the Noble Sword can defeat this Oathsworn, which with the cav help, it might be able to do. Yeah, maybe they can pull it off with that. If this Armored Numidian Rider continues doing that, but I don't think so now that the Silver Shield just showed up. I don't know where all this bounce power is coming from. Because I don't know what they have left. Good charge by the defenders. Armored Numidian Riders just crushing that Thorax. Shattered? Wow, look at these. Down to 6 men and just shattered. Not very often you see that on something like a Thorax. Gete, Noble Sword, 38 men left. Now he's surrounded by Oathsworn and Silver Shield swords. The only thing I could think of as to why this balance power is in their favor is the ammunition and the Swordmaster. 294 kills with 3 chevrons, guys. Linda, listen, Linda. So, Oathsworn General trying to slow down the Swordmaster while the Silver Shield Swordsman continues going. Kimbri Bowen engaging that so that the Tribal Slingers can get some shots off. They need to whittle it down. Swordmaster now pushing through, getting into the Silver Shields. He's still got Headhunt Battle Rhythm. Tribal Slingers trying to flank that Silver Shield Swordman. Trying to hurt that penalty, give him that morale penalty. It's down to 81. He's got 214 kills. Swordmaster's doing pretty good, 329 kills. Tribal Slingers shooting into the back of the Silver Shields. Army, let's see, not army losses, but Bowiai's general's dead, and that's why his units are routing. It helps the Armored Numidian Rider getting in. 209 kills, 10 kills. Oh man, I think the defender's about to pull this off. Army losses, holy crap. Wow, 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 wow. Impressive, impressive. All right, for the defenders, we've got Masaisli, DJ437 with 2,097 kills, 210 on the Cav, 158 on the Numidian Riders, 169 on the Chariot. All of his infantry did solid. They did all right. 201 on the Numidian Lights. France, the country, has Gete with 1,312 kills. I mean, definitely probably could have seen a little bit better here, but it's not bad. Velocity has Swaby with 2,627 kills, 345 on the Gen with triple chevrons, 200 on the Noble Riders. Kimbri Bowen are both doing pretty good there. 174 on the Slingers, 119 on the Berserkers, and 281 and 216 on the other Swordmasters. For the attackers, we've got Celtic Slan as Saluka with 2,318 kills. Look at the Silver Shields, 262, 276, and 233. 184 on the Greek Giant Ballista. Archers did pretty solid. And then even the Thorax here, 184, 186, pretty solid. Multiplayer is Bowiai with 2,020 kills. 235 on the General with 3 chevrons on it. 162 on the Ballista. 187 on his other Oathsworn. His Sword Followers, I definitely have seen better out of Sword Followers, but they did okay. Now finally for the attackers, Fight Me as Gete with 1,867 kills, His noble swords, for the most part, did solid enough. 217, 211, 200. Two of his archers did pretty good. But that's going to be about it there. Well, that is it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, go and hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.